I'm Dr. Paul Phipps. I'm a biomechanical sports chiropractor. I've been in practice 35 years. So in my practice over the years, I've dealt with a lot of patients who spend a lot of time in their vehicles or in a seated position all day and have to combat the negative influence of sitting over time. So intuitively I knew that the answer for these patients was that I needed to have them move. I needed a change in posture, a change in the way that they were sitting so we could redistribute body weight over time. And that would transfer the compression areas and the shear stress that develops that causes the fatigue, and we would shift it over time, and that would preempt the negative impact of sitting. So my solution for these patients was to have them make subtle adjustments in their seat every few minutes when they drive. I started to get really good feedback from a number of patients, cross-country truckers, state police, medical sales reps, while they're in their vehicle throughout the day. I had one patient in particular, a very high-profile executive that had a brand new luxury car, had a 17 or 18 way adjustable seat in it, drove it from Indianapolis to Chicago, but was really disappointed in the support he had and how he felt when he got out of the vehicle. He thought it would be much better. So I shared with him the technique of moving his seat about every 5 to 10 minutes, making a substantial change in the seat. And on his next drive, he came back and said, hey, that made all the difference in the world. That was a game changer for me. And asked what I was doing with that technology. And of course, I'm a chiropractor, so I'm getting up the next day and I'm going into work. And he was a businessman and said, listen, I think that this has legs. Let's do a little research and see if this idea is something that we can move and help a lot of other people. So really excited to start this initiative with Lou, my patient. And we said, well, here's the problem. No one's ever done this. No one's ever put motion into a seat while you're driving. So number one, is it feasible? Can you do it with the current technology in the car? And number two, can you do it in a safe manner that would be allowed by the automotive manufacturer? So we partnered with Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology, a well-respected engineering school here in Indiana. Worked with them for about 1.5 years on all types of prototyping and trying to figure out, do we have to put a new module in the seat to run this system, or can we do it with software only, and how far can we move the seat? When you're a driver in the driving position, you have a responsibility to the wheel and the pedals and the mirrors. So what did that all look like? And then also the additional movement, did that cause any excessive wear and tear on the seat? So were some of the milestones we had to get past at Rose-Hulman. At the end of that 1.5 years, we were able to check all those boxes and say, not only could we move it safely, but we can move it without taking away from the longevity of the seat. We can move it in a way that keeps them in alignment with their mirrors, their pedals, and their reach to the wheel. So from there, we also determined that it was going to be software only at that point. So from there, we wanted to understand it's okay to have, it's interesting and it's cool to be able to move a seat and do it in a technical way with the current seat platforms as they exist, but is there a measurable benefit? So the next phase of our research took us to Ball State University, as one of the best biomechanical labs in the state of Indiana, and partnered with them on about a 2-year venture where we looked at everything from how effectively can we redistribute body weight in the seat to driver alertness, circulation to the lower extremities, muscle fatigue, perceived comfort, all those different things, all those parameters. So we ran individual research on all those areas to come up with our final list of benefits that we could produce with this technology. So what we hope to show with the research through Ball State was that we could have a significant impact orthopedically on the occupant of the seat. And in fact, when we completed our round of research with them, we not only were able to show significant redistribution of body weight, improved circulation to the lower extremity, decreased fatigue in the lower back muscle, but also improved alertness and reaction times in the vehicle. About a 50% reduction in the perceived comfort of the seat as they drove over a 3-hour in-lab study. So that exceeded my expectations going into it. It's just amazing to me what adding motion to the seat, how it can preempt and get out in front of all the negative impact of sitting. So we felt that we were in a really good position to be able to take this technology now to the industry. So it really exceeded my expectations, being able to show substantial benefit to the end user, and we're excited to get started. So I'm happy to say, after many years of research development and commercialization efforts, that our technology is now available in several million vehicles on the road today. We're working with many other OEMs globally to get our technology to you, and probably what I'm most proud of is that the fact that we're bringing something that will make a difference in your life. We can bring health and wellness inside the vehicle. This is where we're spending more and more time, and this solution is something I think that brings seating to a new level. So approximately 80% of all adults have lower back issues at some time in their adult life. So anything we can do proactively to fight that is worth doing. Mercedes recognized that when they first saw our technology, and as a matter of fact will be incorporated in all their models by the end of 2022. They saw this as an important health initiative, and I agree, this is the seating of the future. We'll incorporate this type of technology. So if you're in a showroom, and look for energizing seat kinetics in the Mercedes models, and then if you have a chance, go to our YouTube channel and you can review how to use it and how the system works in the Mercedes products.